Hey beautiful people, it's Courtney. Today I'm super excited because I have my first episode of Slime Showdown and it's going to be Slime Obsidian versus Parakeet Slime. So get ready, I'm super excited for this series. And before we hop into it, if you missed my last video, I did start a podcast with my sister called Beautifully Balanced. So I'll leave it down below if you would like to give it a listen. It would mean so much. My slime shop is also fully stocked right now, so if you want to check out any of my slimes, I will also link that in the description box. As always, you can check it out. And anyways, let's hop into this first video, which I'm so excited for. Okay, so for these slime showdowns, I'm going to be going through every single aspect of the package. So this first package is from Parakeet Slimes, and I got 3 slimes. All of them were 6 ounces, and my package totaled $43.09. And I did have a 10% off coupon code, so that was with the discount. Now, from the time I ordered it till I received it, it was 6 days. It was right within her window that she specified, and it came with some extras, a little wristband, and everything was very nicely packaged. And I really like how she used like minimal / recycled packaging. I just think it's super great. So next I have the package from Slime Obsidian. The first thing I do want to say is I'm not sure why it came in 2 packages. I would have just loved to see the box, you know, kind of reduced waste a little bit, but I got 3 slimes as well. These were 7 ounces though, and $43.40 because I got a 20% off discount code. So these were cheaper in comparison, and this was super fast shipping, only 3 days. But as you can see, there was a little explosion in here. Now, once I got into it, I realized luckily none of the containers broke, and what I actually think happened is the bottom one was just a little bit overfilled, so it ended up spilling, and because they were all packaged together, it got on this one as well. So I did have to go in and kind of clean it up. It did kind of get on the labels and stuff, but other than that, no broken containers, so that's really good. I also love the containers he uses. I think they're amazing quality. They're so sturdy compared to any other slime shop. So although I do really like Parakeet Slime's containers, I think there's nothing wrong with them. These are just so good, and the price on this package was really well. So while I do kind of love Parakeet Slime's more recycle approach, I do think the packaging on Slime Obsidian was better. Despite the kind of spill, just the packaging was so good. So these first slimes are cloud slimes, and I made sure to get the same type of slimes from each shop so I could do a really good comparison. So these are both cloud cream. We have strawberry shortcake ice cream from Slime Obsidian and robin egg ice cream from Parakeet Slimes, and I kind of didn't realize they were both named ice cream and everything. So I will say from the beginning, I did find a hair on the top of mine from Parakeet Slimes, but it was just kind of on the top. I took it off, one hair. Not too big of a deal. So this slime itself smelled absolutely amazing. It had I couldn't put my finger on it, but it smelled so familiar. It was like a candy scent, and it was just really good and yummy. And the slime itself was actually so good. It had a really interesting thick texture to it, but was such a good cloud cream, and I really loved all the little glitter in it. They also did have little eggs in it, but mine only had 1, so I'm not really sure how many it was supposed to come with, but in the picture there was more. But besides that, I really enjoyed this slime, so I would give this a 4.8 out of 5 just because of the hair. And if it wasn't for that, I would honestly give it a 5 out of 5. The texture was on point. I loved the scent, and it was just really good. Now the next slime I have is strawberry shortcake ice cream, and this is from Slime Obsidian, of course. And so I love all the glitter on top. I was very impressed that it came with that many on top, so that was really nice to see. Now the texture was pretty similar to Parakeet Slimes. However, this one was even thicker. but not so much in a good way. Like Parakeet Slimes was super, super thick. Like it might have had some clay in there, and same with this one, but it was almost a little bit too hard to stretch. It was still like a nice slime, just comparing the two, like one right after the other. I definitely like preferred the one from Parakeet slime just because it was a little stretchier, and you could see this one, it does tear just a little bit as I'm stretching it. And the scent on this one was strawberry, but it had a bit of an artificial scent to it, so I wasn't the biggest fan, but I still think it was a pretty good slime, like overall, like the whole presentation and the container and all of that. So I would give this one a 4.5 out of 5, and I would say Parakeet slimes won this first round out of 3. The next slime from Parakeet Slimes is Marshmallow Twist, and this one was supposed to be like a swirled clay slime, and this was supposed to be pink, yellow, and blue, but as you could see, this one was like completely mixed, so there wasn't any mixing any of this myself. And I tried to go back online and see what the scents were, but because they were out of stock, they weren't on our website anymore, and my like order history, I can't pull that up. So it had a very, very faint scent compared to the first one, which was like a perfectly amount of scent. So this one I really couldn't pick up on a ton of scent. Like I'm guessing it was kind of like a marshmallow type of scent, but the actual texture on this one was really, really nice. It was like definitely super heavily clay based, so it was really, really nice for like swirling and spreading, and it wasn't like a wet texture at all. So I did like this one, but I would give this a 4 out of 5 just because it was already mixed and the scent wasn't too I couldn't pick up on it too much, but still the texture was super, super nice, and the color was really pretty even though it was already mixed. So the butter slash clay slash, this is his version of the butter clay slime, is a frosting slime, and it is from Slime Obsidian. And so this is just a very thick slime, and this one was also swirled, so I wanted to get two that were swirled in color to see how they both arrived. And this one did mix as well, but you could still kind of see it was only brown, like a light brown and white, so you could still see some of the difference between that. And this one was a little bit wet at first because of the type of clay, I'm guessing, but the more I mixed it, it was perfect. And the scent on this one was a lot better scented than the first one, and this one smelled amazing. It was just like a cinnamon roll. The cinnamon was very like strong, and it just smelled so good. It came with the charm and some cinnamon roll sprinkles, and I was obsessed with this one. I loved the texture. It was so soft, so holdable, but like very, very thick, but I could still stretch it a ton. So it was just such a good slime. I really loved it. So I would give this one a 5 out of 5, and I would say Slime Obsidian won this round of these slimes just because the texture was so good and the scent was good, and it still wasn't completely mixed. So overall, amazing slime. Now going into the last round, we have this Baby Chick cereal. So this is a super thick kind of phloem slime, and so for the last round we have some phloems. This one, again, it was very lightly scented compared to the first one that had such a good smell. This one was also very faint as well, so it's very hard for me to actually pick up on the scent, but I love the little chick Fimo slices in it, and it was so thick yet so stretchy and crunchy. I absolutely loved this slime. I'd give it a 5 out of 5. I'll stop talking so you guys can listen to the amazing crunchiness. Now, this last slime is called Cookie Batter Crunch from Slime Obsidian, and this is like a true floam. It had a ton of sprinkles. Again, I was very impressed with the amount of sprinkles and little add-ins on top. I think that's great. And the scent on this one was really nice as well. It was scented like cookie, and this was the one that was a little bit overfilled and leaked, but that's okay. But let's talk about the slime itself. So this one was, again, very crunchy, definitely a full floam, just like a classic floam, but it was a little bit rippy, like as I was stretching it, like it would just kind of come apart at some points, which, you know, you could kind of expect sometimes with floams, but I would definitely say I did prefer the Parakeet slimes, and I'm actually surprised. So I would say Parakeet slimes won this comparison. I would give this slime like a 4.5 out of 5. So overall, Parakeet slimes won. I definitely think, like before, I used to think her slimes were pretty expensive, but this time I felt like I got a good deal on them, and I was pretty happy. So I was very shocked by this final conclusion. Let me know in the comments down below who you think won this slime showdown, but also let me know who you want to see me compare next, and try to find like 2 slime shops you think are kind of similar, and I would love to compare them, and then maybe we'll do like an ultimate showdown at the end. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you very, very soon. Bye.